another debut comic. Give it up for Clark Wilson.
So I'm from a really small town in Missouri. And every time I talk to my friends back home, they always want to know what New York's like. They always ask me questions like, are people rude and are they assholes? And I say, no, not at all. Everybody I've met is really nice and friendly. The thing is, there's just no time for politeness up here. I mean, I get it. There's stuff to do, people to see. Last week, I held the door open for some people. And about 4 or 5 people came shuffling in and some more and more. I ended up standing, holding the door open for 45 minutes. So I really like eating at the restaurant Panera Bread. You know that restaurant? Yeah. Because I'm really into fast food restaurants with fancy bread. But I just hate the whole feel of it. It's like yuppie. I feel like every time I go in there, I'm going to catch yuppie flu. And over the summer, I got into longboarding. It's like skateboarding, but longer. Basically, it's like surfing on land, except when you're wiping out into pavement. A thing that really pisses me off on TV, I always see these depression commercials. And they're always computer animated and cartoony. I don't like it. I think it's stupid and weak advertisement. You know, if I'm depressed, I should be able to see one of these commercials and spiral deeper in depression. Not smile and giggle as I see some little cartoon blob bouncing around my screen, going from happy to sad in all the 3 bounces. You know what I want to see in those commercials? Just give me a guy in a dimly lit room, crying his eyes out in the corner, and flash the name of the drug on the screen. The thing that really pisses me off also is when I hear about some white guy talk about some black friend they have, and they describe him as the whitest black guy in the world. I mean, what is it that makes him so white? Does he listen to Sting? Does he swim good? Does he like going to ugly sweater parties? Does he have a complete disinterest in fat girls? And when he says the N-word, does he literally say the N-word? Unbelievably, in college, I was arrested for littering. Yeah. Littering and public intox. Littering and disorderly conduct. And indecent exposure. So I got this new way to really save money, you know. It's called sleeping 15 hours a day. But I went to college though, and I didn't graduate, obviously. So I like to consider my time there as like a major real estate investment. 35 grand for an email address. I got in a fight the other day at this bar with this bouncer. Let me just start off saying, every time I go into a bar and I see a basket of mints, I always feel free to just take handfuls and handfuls at a time. So I'm sitting there, I'm drinking, with some friends. I have a pretty good stash going. I'd say about a baker's dozen, but I wanted more. So I go up to the bouncer and look at the basket, but the basket's empty. So I tap the bouncer on the shoulder, very politely, and say, "Excuse me, sir, we're out of mints." He turns around, scoffs in my face, and then just turns his back. It's like, all right, whatever. I'll go back down. So some time passes, I'm hanging out with my friends, drinking, but my mind's still in the mints. So I go back up there one more time, very politely. "Excuse me, sir, I don't know if it's your job or the waitress's job, but we're out of mints." He turns around, and this time he's just had enough of me. He goes, "I don't give a shit about the mints. That's not my job. Now get the hell out of my face." Oh man, are you having a bad night or something? Technically, that is your job. Those mints are crucial, man. People gotta drive home drunk tonight. So I'm so bad with ladies. I'm so bad that I couldn't get laid at a Mungie whorehouse carrying a box full of bananas. But given the chance, I like to consider myself the Tim Tebow of sex. No real skill and horrible technique, but with hard work, determination, and a miracle from God, I'll get the job done.